happy 2021 to each one of you with lots and lots of joy, lots of happiness, grace, and abundance your way in this new decade, the new age of divinity, the new era of love, the new world where humanity rules. And on that note, let me tell you, we have a very, very special guest for our first episode of 2021. She's none other than the lady who is popularly known as Mother India in the current Bollywood industry. The very elegant, gorgeous, childlike, loving, nurturing Smita Jaikar. Hi, Smita.
Hi, how are you? My God, so many adjectives that you added to my name.
वो भी कम थे, वो भी कम थे. I wish I could go on and on and on and on about you.
Anji, thank you so much. And Happy New Year to you. Very Happy New Year to all the viewers too. Everything what you said, absolutely. I ditto.
I've learned it from you. Like I was somebody who was zipped up and mute and with my eyes down, and I would walk in a manner that the first time I met you, I literally fell into your lap. And how beautifully you held me from there. You know, I was like in that state of not knowing, state of complete loss. I was like this fat, like,
oh no. Come on. Now stop exaggerating. And you always had a very cute face, okay?
Thank
so
you.
Not this fat. No. A little plumper than what you are now, but you still had that charm about you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Smita, so tell me one thing. Like, you know, the way you met me, the way we met during that event, and immediately after that, like, it's just that we connected. And you kind of pushed and pushed and pushed me till the time I actually went and experienced what spirituality is. So are you like, you know, that American army which silently goes on the recruitment mission? Do you recruit people towards spirituality?
No. See, the thing is, I don't know, I can't stop myself. You know, when I meet someone who I feel that person really needs help and I can help, I go out of my way. And it is just so, Kanchi, that you trusted me. That's very important. You didn't mind holding my hand and walking with me. That's another thing which is important. Not everybody does that. I tap every person, you know. I tap every person. But not everybody is ready to hold my hand and walk with me. Though I promised them, that's the way I promised you, that in 6 months, of course, with the help of my master, Maitreya Dadashriji, who's your master too. And I've taken this as a promise from Dadashriji that I'm going to tell on your behalf that I 100% will transform those people. Give me 6 months of your time, walk with me for 6 months. That's what happened to you. Like so many people in 6 months or earlier have actually shifted. And that's what I keep telling people. And what the best part is that you allowed yourself to walk with me. That's why you are whatever you are. So that's very important, no, Kanchi?
I really don't know what to say here. Like, as always, you've left me at loss of words.
No. Not at all.
You know, Smita, there's been so much of discussion about Smita Jaikar, the actor Smita Jaikar, the spiritualistic. Nobody talks about Smita Jaikar, the lady Smita Jaikar, the child within Smita Jaikar, the nutcut nautanki with her friends.
ये नटखट और नौटंकीपना बिकॉज अब एन एक्ट्रेस वो है इनबॉर्न मेरे अंदर. वो तो मैं उसको सेपरेट नहीं कर सकती. जैसे मैं स्पिरिचुअलिटी को अपने अंदर से सेपरेट नहीं कर सकती. द सेम वे आई कांट सेपरेट दैट नौटंकी गिरी. from me.
But in most of the talks, in most of the shows, you seem so serious, talking about God, talking about divinity, and you never speak about yourself. Let's hear about you.
About me. Normally on most talks, people expect me to talk some serious stuff. Now I can't just make a joke about whatever, So I have to be a little serious, because people won't take me seriously when I talk of spirituality. So there's nothing really much to talk about me, Kanchi. My film life also has not been so eventful. Not that I had affairs in my life. I've done some such sort of masalagiri in my life.
Pakka, you giving some dap here, huh?
No. I see.
ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता. 30 years in the industry and nobody is ever flirted with you. Nobody's had crushes on you, and you've never had crushes on anybody. Come on. We girls even today have look at you and we go like, wow. That's when you meet in person.
The guys have had. I mean, it's not that the opposite party has not made any comments or dana dal ke nahi dekha. That I will not say. That I've had plenty of people. On every set there was somebody or the other. But I have never felt that connection or that thing, because you know what happened, Kanchi. Though I was very young when I joined the film industry, but I was married with 2 children already. So here I was a mother.
Here for the people, you were already an auntie.
Yes, because my children's friends, they used to call me auntie. So it was there in my head that I'm old. I mean, like I'm a mother. So I never felt that. But today, till 26, 27, people don't get married. By that time, I'd finished off with my children and sab khatam ho gaya tha. So that thing, and that's why you feel the childlike and all that. Before I knew what matrimony was, I was married. Before I knew what parenthood was, I was a parent. So ये जो चीजें जो बचपन या youth which you enjoy, today's youth,
you missed and you're still carrying it on. You missed it that time.
Correct. That little girl is still there, hiding somewhere in me. वो कभी-कभी आती है ऊपर ऐसे, that little child. That's why you feel that that childlike thing or that bubbly thing, it is still there, because it is there somewhere inside. That girl, that little girl.
No, it's outside also. Huh? We see even like when you close to your 60, you don't have crow's feet, man. What do you do? What do you do?
No, I luckily I'm blessed with good skin. My mother also has good skin. That is one. It's genetic. Secondly, I have the only answer I have is spirituality. I don't go for those regular facials. I don't believe in cutting up here and pulling up there. I do not believe in. I believe in being just myself, just the way I am. That's why now I've stopped even coloring my hair. So that's it, enough. Accept yourself the way you are. If you're clear inside, na andar wo sab kuchur na ho na, it shows on your face. Look at your face, Kanchi. You're telling me, how much has your face changed ever since you've got into spirituality? Tell me.
Not just my face, Mata. Like, you remember I was like 80 kgs plus, and I was like, I had severe lumbar cervical spondylosis. You remember that? When we'd gone to Ubuntu, we'd gone for the Ubuntu workshop with you.
Yeah.
And it all just vanished.
Exactly.
This baggage, the excess pain.
Yes, exactly.
It all just vanished.
That's what I'm saying. So the minute you start clearing the inside of you, you automatically, everything starts showing on the physical body. So however, if you're bad or if you're that kind of a person, jealous, insecure, it shows on your physical body also. जिस तरह से की जिंदगी आपने जी है, after you're 40, 45, all those lines start showing on your face. वो दिखाई देता है आपके ऊपर. So if you've led a nice life, it's clean from inside, it shows in your face. Anything you do will show on your body and face.
But even if you've led a very tough life, and in spite of the challenges, jab jago tab savera, when you step into divinity, when you step into spirituality, when you connect within, whatever baggage you've carried from years just falls off.
Exactly what I've been telling this to people.
Like it happened in my case, Minda.
Everybody. Change is just a breath away. But don't hesitate. People hesitate to take the plunge. Why? I have still not understood. And there is nothing now. If you see your lifestyle has not changed. You're doing the same work. You do dress up the same way. You eat the same thing. You have fun. You go for parties. You do everything. What has changed?
Nothing.
Only the inner world has changed.
Just that I've become more vocal. I've become unfiltered. Like you say, I've unmuted myself.
Exactly. So the nice things have happened to you without you changing your life. Same here. I've not changed my lifestyle. I'm still acting. I'm still doing everything what I want to do. I dress up. I go for parties. I do all sorts of things. I mean, have fun in the sense. What I'm saying is I enjoy dressing up, everything. So why, where is the fear? मेरे को अभी समझ में नहीं है लोगों में इतना डर किस चीज के लिए है?
Is it the fear of judgment, Smita? आपको कभी ऐसा लगा है that, you know, any phase or time in life where you felt that, oh my God, I'll be judged if I do that, or I'll be judged if I behave like this, or I'll be judged if I wear sleeveless clothes? Like you said, you don't wear. I never used to wear, like 42 years of my age. I'm learning numbers, by the way. You know the kind of garbars I've done with number. It's like crazy, and you've experienced some of them.
You're telling me, okay. What do you think?
So at 42, I, you know, went courageous enough to bear up my arms. It took a lot of courage. It took a lot of thing inside, churning inside, that pata nahi kya, kaisa khud ko kaisa feel hoga. Because when you look at yourself in the mirror and you judging yourself, others will judge.
Yeah. So let them judge.
तो आप अपना किस्सा बताओ कि आपको कभी फील हुआ ऐसा, any fear of judgment or any incident where...
See, at one point in time, I had also put on a lot of weight. And I remember this incident so vividly. I was I'm forever on a diet. I've gone to every dietitian possible because everybody all the time said, Smita, lose 5 kilos, 5 kilos. मैं कितनी भी पतली हो जाओ फिर भी 5 किलो का वो जो मेरा वो था.
हाँ, because जब भी आप अपने से 5 साल छोटे लोगों के लिए मदर रोल प्ले कर रहे हो, तो कैमरा पूरा आपके फेस पे below the chin से zoom in करेगा, wherein theirs with the camera will zoom in differently.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. So that's what everybody has told me, you know, lose. So once I remember this incident, which I was just telling you, I had gone to see one play, एक नाटक देखने गई थी, मराठी नाटक. And that time I was on a diet that I was supposed to eat every 1 hour by the clock. Okay. So that diet was. And I had carried chana, marmara, you know, all these kind of things. You can't eat, you have to eat these kind of stuff every 1 hour when you're eating, little, tight. तो मैंने वो सब कैरी किया था और मैं नाटक में बैठ के was eating every 1 hour. Now this lady was sitting behind me. She, when the natak got over, she said, Smita, in Marathi she told me, but I'm telling you in Hindi or English now. She said, I have been watching you. You're constantly
eating.
And you seem to be a little thinner now. And Marathi, the way she said it, तू मगाचपासून सारखी चरत होतीस. You know, it's like a very...
चल रहे हो continuously, गाय की तरह.
I said, excuse me? I mean, I didn't know how to react.
Do I even know you?
Come run.
Do I even know you?
How dare she even says this to me? I mean, you know, sometimes these kind of things happen. Now, when I go for weddings, people are एक ऐसे तिरछी नजर से मुझे देख रहे प्लेट में मैं कितना खाना खा रही हूँ.
एक्ट्रेस है जो भी है, चाहे सीनियर एक्ट्रेस ही हो.
Yeah, you're always under a microscope. You know you're being watched. You know you're being judged. कम खाओ तो बोलेंगे हाँ इतना कम खाती है फिर भी इतनी मोटी है. ज्यादा खाओ तो बोलेंगे हाँ इतना खाती है इसलिए इतनी मोटी है. अरे आराम करे क्या? So finally, when I got into spirituality, all these things, I said, let people think and say what they have.
Whatever they want.
I can't stop people's perception. अगर वो मुझे इस तरह से देखते, and then that really became a big settlement inside me. You know, that acceptance of yourself. You're not changing yourself according to what people want you to be. You are what you are. They like it, they don't like it.
So basically, it's when we talk about judgment, Smita, isn't it all about mirroring your own emotion or you know, sending out a reflection of who you are on the other side.
Judging whom? Who's judging whom?
Suppose I am judging you today or you judging me here. Isn't it we just looking at our own traits in the other?
Yes. Many a times you want to become that person. And because you cannot become that person, this goes as a negative comment. I'm judging you. You know, you say, what is this, Kanchi? What have you done to your hair? Just because I can't have hair.
I'm letting it gray.
You know, people like that. So now, even now at this, now that when I've kept this hair, you know, I donated my hair. And now going out and I decided not to color it. Though there has been some sections saying, oh no, come on, you don't have to. Why? So let them say what they want.
Yeah, you can tell them like I've been playing auntie since I was like 25, 26.
I love myself. At some age, it's not because whoever says auntie to me, who says grandmother to me, it doesn't matter. I am one. It doesn't matter. So once I accept and I like myself the way I am, then judgments of people automatically stop. So cool with me. That's what it is.
What else is cool with you when you talk about, you know, people in the industry or wherever, flirting, people wherever, judging, people wherever, thinking whatever, everything cool. What else is cool, Smita? What is it that bothers you? Is there something that bothers you?
Not now, not anymore, very honestly. Because
how is it possible? Being a human, nothing bothers. How is it possible?
If it does ever, it is for a very short time. Very short time. Because, you know, Dadashriji, I've been with Dadashriji for a much longer time than what you have been. So I've gone through those processes of those transformation processes.
Yeah.
So I have zoomed out. At that point in time, maybe I'm upset or, you know, what the hell? I mean, why doesn't she call up or why doesn't this happen? I mean, why are they treating me like this? Aisa kabhi ho jayega.
But the duration has kind of reduced.
Yes, absolutely. So I get
out. Time is reduced.
I get out of it very fast. I don't sit there and think about it and go, yeah. That record doesn't go in my head. I feel such a relief when it's out of my head.
It's like forgiveness. It's like even if you feel deep hurt, even if you feel immense tearing of your soul, even then, like forgiveness comes easy. And I think
my soul has never happened now. Doesn't happen.
I'm not talking about now. I'm talking when probably much younger, back in the days when you started. Like we've just started.
Honestly, it's all there in my book, the first book that I wrote, Before Tomorrow.
You know, I'm not a reader.
So most of those incidences I have mentioned in that, but I've been to spirituality for 35 years, Kanchi. Before that, what kind of a person I was, I don't even remember.
It's like another lifetime, no?
Another lifetime, another human being completely. I can't even relate to
Recognize that person.
Can't even relate to that. When your children were small, now they tell me when they were small, Mom, your temper was like, oh God. They tell me, which I have no memory of, they tell me I banged my head on the wall and they used to get very scared because my anger was, all those kinds of things I've done, but I have no memory of it anymore.
You know,
I can't believe me doing something like that. I was crazy. Are you mad? So I have forgotten that Smita completely. She's gone, disappeared.
Are there moments of those times that you remember?
So that the children tell me, that's when they tell me. Like we also live in a joint family. So joint family, wo to anman to hoti rehti hai na, joint family mein. So I used to, and I was very young when I got married. So these things to sort of I have to get mad at these kind of things. So I had these couple of skirmishes with people in the house. When I got into spirituality, I was actually shown the entire life as to why this was happening and why forgiveness has to happen. Something shifted inside, and believe me, those memories, like my husband reminds me, Smita, you don't remember, she's done this to you, that to you. I said, I really don't remember and I don't want to remember. It's over. It's gone.
It's over, gone, done and dusted.
Dusted. Absolutely. The relationship now has changed so much that what happened in the past, why should I sit holding on to the past? Why? It's gone. Oh, she did this to me 25 years ago and 30 years ago. God, please grow up, evolve. What's the point in living like this in the past? You got to evolve, no? You got to change.
Now, sometimes you don't even wish to go back to a week back. Any emotion that has disturbed you a week back, it's like doesn't exist anymore.
Exactly, because thankfully what Adarshiji has done, I can zoom out of it very fast. I won't say don't get upset at all. I become one santa. No, ऐसा नहीं है कुछ भी.
नहीं, you not become one sant. I know that.
वो नहीं होता है.
We can't. Otherwise, we will actually become sons.
Yeah, no, and people are not relatable. We will not be relatable to people.
And we are living in the worldly life. We experiencing the earthly life. However, even if like we are spiritual beings having human experience. Yes. And while having this human experience, if we do not experience human emotions, then the human experience is completely incomplete. It's lost. So those emotions are valid. However, the sufferings of the emotions for you has kind of really, really reduced. I've seen you like kind of snap out of everything like this.
Yeah, really. I mean, I don't hold all these things for so long in me. I mean, I can't. It doesn't happen, even if I want to. So great. I'm happy with the way things are going, very honestly. Neela, go ahead.
Yeah, we have Neela with us who says Happy New Year to both of us. Sangeeta Khanna, Happy New Year to you, Sangeeta. We love you too. We have Dilip with us who again says, nice to see you, Smita.
Yeah.
Shashant is there who again says a hello to you. Sarita Gupta says, hi Smita ji, seeing you after such a long time on screen. Where have you been?
Oh, very much here.
So you should log on to Smita's social media profile on Facebook and on Instagram to see that she is here and completely here with all of us, guiding us through the pandemic, helping us all become better humans, do our sadhanas more
ardently.
Yes, that's the right word. And she's been mentoring quite a number of us.
So Sai Shetty and Ira Parekh and
Nikhat says, I just love her. And Nikhat, I love you too. You love Smita ji, but I love you. We have Dipti with us. Dada Sharnam Dipti ji.
Yeah. Dipti is there everywhere. Wherever my program is there, Dipti Dalvi is always there.
How sweet. Ira Parekh is here with us.
Yeah, Ira is there. Even Bhagyashri, for everything, she's always there. Sai
sweet. Hey, Bhagyashri, how are you doing? Sai Seti is there. And a big hello to all of you. And coming back to you, Smita.
Yeah.
How was 2020? And during the pandemic, you have been mentoring a group of people towards the new age, towards the divine age, towards transformation of their being.
Yeah.
So what is this transformation all about? What is this new age and age of divine all about?
If you understand COVID is a very spiritual disease that has come to us. If you understand it from that point of view. All of us, the entire humanity needed to be brought down to their knees, which it did. That small little virus, abhi tak uska kuch ata pata nahi hai, abhi tak kuch malum nahi, it is spreading, it's mutating, God knows what all it's doing. Yeah. So when the entire planet was under lockdown for this first 3-4 months, which was like complete lockdown.
Yeah.
That was the time when people got time to introspect. What I mean by introspect is they all got connected to themselves. Nahi to ud rahe the na sab log.
Yeah.
Where they are, where their body was, where their mind was, nobody knew. People were just flying. So they got connected with their families people became so helpful. Now, most of the societies and all, they made those WhatsApp groups. So,
Yeah.
बंदा कोई market में जाएगा तो पूछता था, does anybody want anything? And one person used to go buy for the whole lot. You know, so much of coming together, the togetherness happened. Relationships improved, relating to human beings improved. We saw it with our own eyes, and not just you and me, the whole world saw it.
Yes.
So this, if you see it to the flip side of things, yes, of course, it did damage a lot of things. And there were certain sections of people who went through real help, like they got out of their jobs, there was no money, they were stuck in very small houses, and all those things were there. I understand. It's not that everybody was okay with doing whatever, but they were. But what I feel is, if all of those people, if they were connected to their divine self inside, they would have gotten out of it. They would have gotten some way to do something and gotten out of those situations. Everybody was stuck. But a lot of people got into the stage कि कुछ करते हैं. They were connected to themselves. You know, halfway भी connect होते हैं, थोड़ा सा भी connect होते हैं, किसी के जरिए भी connect होते हैं. So it was all right. For me, it was a huge eye opener. I was almost to see everyone the way it was, like what suffering was when they were going through. So Kanchan, you remember, I've been on most Facebook lives that time, most Instagram, every day as to have some Insta lives and Facebook lives, you know, just to connect to people as to what to do. So it was an absolute.
You with your foundation, New Leaf Trust, and being the chairperson of the Kanchan Foundation, you yourself have led some amazing service projects during the COVID. You have guided, motivated a lot of groups, a lot of people to go and serve. And you have been instrumental in supporting thousands of people, which has not been spoken of. Nobody in the media knows, nobody in the press knows, nobody nowhere knows that Smita Jaikar has done some amazing work of feeding thousands and thousands of people every day, 400.
That's really not much, very honestly, and I don't even want to talk about it, Kanchi. Wo jo hua. I never speak. I don't like to speak. So let's not talk about that. It's okay. Fine.
But then why not? Why not? People like you, if you don't come forward and talk about the good work that you're supporting in the community, how would it motivate others? You talk about connecting to your divine, you talk about being non-judgmental, but why don't you want to talk about the service projects that you initiate and you support?
What I do is not so important. What you do is important. For me, if you change is important for me. What I have done to people to transform is that, छोड़ो उसको ना, उससे कोई transform नहीं होगा. My idea is to transform people, to connect them to their divinity, connect them to them, and to transform them. If I have done that, that gives me more satisfaction. ये सारी चीजें तो होती रहेगी, उसमें क्या है बड़ी बात? मैं अकेली नहीं करती, पूरी दुनिया करती है. पूरी दुनिया के बारे में बाहर नहीं आता. The whole world does it. If you go and ask, there are people, my God, the things, मुझे शर्म आती है कभी-कभी, the way people work for others. I really don't do anything compared to that, honestly. So for me to transform...
Why compare? Why not acknowledge whatever little or whatever big you've done to help support people?
Okay, that's okay.
Smita, say thank you. Say I accept. Serving in divine grace, aren't we?
For me, when people say that, yes, like when you said that you have held my hand and transformed me, that's a thing for me. Yes, I have. I'm thankful to God that you give me this opportunity of transforming so many people. For me, that is big. Not ये सब देना वेना वो तो छोड़ो, उससे कुछ नहीं होता.
We have Shrija Deka with us. Shrija is like very, very dear and close to my heart. And she was like, I think in 2011 or so, she was one of the first few members who started working with me on Kanchan Foundation projects. Shrija, Smita ji is the chairperson of Kanchan Foundation today after we had the vacuum on the space. And Shrija says, "Hum dil de chuke hai sanam." And your ever smiling face stays in my heart always.
So sweet. Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Jyoti says hello, Smita ji. And then we have Keshav. Smita ji ki jai jaikar. Smita, dekho, not only men or boys or whatever. We women, we girls are your such big fans. Coming to all the diets that you were talking about, Smita, tell us something about the diet plan that you're giving people, which is called the spiritual diet. What is that all about?
You know, Kanji, after going to so many dietitians, going like a yo-yo from here to there, here to there, here to there, I was literally praying. I said, I need a crack for this. Please, I am not going to any dietitian anymore. Give me a crack for this. So this I have literally got as a download. What download I got was you do so much of energy work. Everything is energy. Why don't you look at food as energy? Whenever you look at food, why is there fear first? Oh God, I don't want to eat this. I'll put on weight. Why is there fear? Food is also energy. So if you understand the energetics of food, you know what to eat.
Yeah, and you made me come back to being a vegetarian and eating ghee and honey from going a vegan for 90 days. Why was that? Why is going vegan not right as for you?
I would say not right. It has worked to a lot of people if they have some health problems and all that. Veganism has worked. That I said not from the spiritual point of view. I was worried. I said, "Oh God, how can a person live without chocolates and cheese? Stop it! You must enjoy yourself." That was my idea.
And as much as you know me, I'm like a complete chocolate cheese person.
You अपने आप को इतना deprive करना यार कांची खा ले. So that was the idea, not because
when we're talking about depriving yourself, Smita, once you get into spirituality, you know, a lot of us, you've told me, a lot of other friends have told me, we kind of seclude ourselves from the rest of the world. We kind of become very choosy and picky about who we are interacting with, who comes into our energy space, and whom we give out our energy to. So, and a lot of people put that as either ego or depriving yourself of fun.
That's true.
What would you say on that? How would you explain that?
This is a Swadhisthana Chakra problem. Lot of people who are into spirituality, have gotten into spirituality, they deprive themselves of a lot of all these things, whatever you said. Talking to certain people or not talking to certain people, डर लगता है कि इसकी एनर्जी ठीक नहीं है, इसके घर में जाऊं तो उसकी एनर्जी मुझे हिट करेगी. I hate going on a blaming mode. That's my policy. I will not say उसकी एनर्जी ठीक नहीं, उसकी एनर्जी ठीक नहीं, उसका घर ये वो. I do not like to go on a blaming mode at all. What I feel is you make yourself strong. So you influence with your great energy field, influence another person, no?
Yeah, keep your energy field so
wide. Absorb that other person in your energy and transform him because he needs that. Instead of shunning him and saying that, oh, iski energy ठीक नहीं, मैं उसके पास नहीं जाऊंगी, इसके साथ बात नहीं करूंगी, उसकी energy मुझे hit करेगी. Why? You have the divine power with you. You have the Adashri Ji with you. You are protected. So help that person instead of blaming. I do a lot of all this energy clearing work, no?
Yeah.
अगर मैं ये सब रखूंगी कि इसके घर में नहीं जाने, उसके स्पेस में एनर्जी है, एंटिटीज है, मैं नहीं जाऊंगी, how am I going to help that person? That person is going to go even, he'll want to dip no more, और प्रॉब्लम में आ जाएगा बेचारा कोई भी. So if I'm doing it, I'm handling energy work all the time. I'm dealing with negative energies all the time. What is the use then otherwise? Yeah, make yourself stronger and get that person in your energy field, no, and transform him. So ये नहीं करूंगी, ये नहीं खाऊंगी, ये नहीं पहनूंगी, ये सब I don't believe in. ऐसा नाटक स्पिरिचुअलिटी करता नहीं है. अगर दिल से होता है करो, बट दिल से नहीं होता है तो ये सब नाटक और दिखावा मत करो. Even Dadashi Ji says, be what you are. Be simple. Be yourself, be simple. So be what you are. ये सब, no, not working.
Not working. What works, Smita?
What works is what you are. So when I meet people, when they're grounded, when you have to be grounded, people who are not grounded, they wear masks, too many masks. So you need to be grounded.
But we all do, don't we? Like we wear masks of everything, and the biggest mask is the fear of, I don't know what, the fear of unknown.
Fear is not a mask. Mask is when I'm saying is you wear a mask of being, oh, everybody has to say she's so sweet and she's so nice. That's a mask you're wearing. अंदर से मैं तुमको कितना भी कर्स करूं, लेकिन बाहर से वो कांची.
I cannot imagine you doing that.
That's a mask.
I cannot imagine you doing that.
So wearing a mask of what you are not is wearing a mask and carrying on with that mask. So be yourself. Some people may not like you the way you are, but that's fine.
That doesn't really matter, because
you don't have to please the whole world, no?
We actually are unable to please ourselves.
Exactly.
Let alone pleasing the whole world. अगर खुद को ही खुश रख लिया तो ही बहुत है.
Love yourself first. वो भी नहीं करते हम.
Talking about love, Smita. Chaisha is all about love, life, and you. What does love mean to you?
If you had asked me this question a couple of years ago, I would have said love kuch nahi hai, it's all lust. Today's generation, the younger youth and all that, they say, oh, I love him to death. Rubbish.
वो दो दिन के बाद, 2 हफ्ते के बाद वो लव की डेथ हो जाती है.
Exactly. And when they say, oh, you love your parents, you love your children, you love your husband, you love your house, you love all the people who listen to you, who agree with you, who comply with you, those people you love. Tomorrow, Kanchi, if you don't like some traits about me and you say, Kisvika, this is not working out, if you're going to behave like this, so I'm going to get angry with you. I'm going to say,
you told that to me thousands of times.
No, I'm just giving it. Now, don't tell all your secrets to everybody, okay? So
it's okay. It's okay.
Suppose I say this to you, you will say, oh, she's become very negative nowadays. Why? Because she's not listening to you. I'm not listening to certain things what you're saying. So, oh, now she's become very negative. Ye sab nahi chalta hai mere saath. When there is love, like what Dadashi ji talks of love is a state. It's ek sthiti hai. It's a state like awakening or whatever. When your heart chakra opens up, when your heart chakra gets aligned and activated, you will experience that unconditional love. And that is love. So you don't have this judgment कि ये मेरा शत्रु है, इसने मुझे मेरा नुकसान मेरा किया था किसी साल, तो मैं अभी इसके साथ बात नहीं करूंगी. Maybe you will not go hug and say hi friend or something like that, but you will not have that animosity anymore. You will not have that revengeful thing anymore. That is love.
Yes, I agree that you wouldn't have that revengeful thing anymore. And I agree that love is a state of, accepting yourself completely. And here we have Zubaria Nusrat, who's laughing at our joke on lust. Hey, Zubaria. And, during this COVID, when most of us were in a space of solitude, in a space of confinement within our homes or our own mental emotional space, a lot happened, a lot of churning happened. And like you said, that love is loving oneself. Trust you me, I tried. Loving yourself is not easy. And unconditional love, I used to talk so much about unconditional love, Smita. You know how I would go and hug anybody and everybody, and I would be like somebody, so much about all the time, that heart space. Unconditional love doesn't happen always. It doesn't. There are places where you fail and you fail miserably.
No, that means it is not completely opened up, the heart chakra. When you have reservations about some people, that means it is not a complete thing as yet.
But how do you practice unconditional love where
You have
there is no questions, no expectations? How?
Dadashi ji who's going to do all those processes. No, that is the whole transformation thing. Besides chakra dhyana, chakra meditation is very, very good for all that. It will
I've
happen.
been doing my sadhanas, I've been doing my practices, and there are people who do a lot of sadhanas and yet haven't been able to reach there, or at least there is realization that I've not reached this level. I'm only here. Or maybe I felt that I've reached that level, but the realization hit that no, there's more for you to learn, there's more for you to do. And when you talk about today's youth and when you talk about lust, I really do not subscribe to the term, because lust is only not restricted to youth, or love is not only restricted to
Any
the
age.
old souls.
100%, sure. But it is more, it happens more with the youth. It doesn't happen to adults so easily.
There is something called mid-age crisis. Do you think mid-age crisis, do you think mid-age crisis ignites lust? Now, this is a question you must answer for me.
Now, again, you will say now people who are listening to this will say you're lying. Now, I never went through this mid-age crisis.
Yeah, because you're still a child. You're still that childlike, bubbly, chirpy girl.
Mid-age crisis is it? When it's going to happen? So that such things never happened to me. So these are all, I feel sometimes like menopause. People talk of menopause. Menopause, your brain goes wonky and you behave in a funny fashion and you get those flushes and nothing like that happened to me. Now, what do you say to that?
No, I'm not asking what happened to you. I'm asking about you being a wisdom woman, you being a spiritual
That's exactly what I'm coming to. That's exactly what I'm coming to. It is just how you are, your mindset is. Now, lust happens to middle-aged. Middle-age crisis leads to lust. This is a thing, something as someone has said. Why do you have to apply it? If you align by this thought, it will happen to you.
No, it's not about applying and aligning. It's a question that when we talk about, this happens in this age group and that happens in that age group.
Well, rubbish. It's a myth. Like people, they told me after you were 50, it's very difficult to lose weight. Rubbish. It's a myth. People who've done spiritual diet with me, they are way beyond 50, 45, whatever age, and they have lost weight. So it's a myth.
So Smita, you work with, young ones who are in their early 20s to people who are in their 80s and all sorts. And most of them being old souls, because that's how you identify them. That's how you recruit into spirituality. So tell me, who are these people who get into spirituality, and what is this term that the spiritual warriors or the old souls or people of the new age or people of the divine age or the divine warriors? What does all these terms mean?
See, old souls and all these other terms mean the same thing. Now, what is an old soul? Old soul who is the one who has taken many births. He's come over lifetimes, and every lifetime you learn something and you go. You pick up something and you go. Like for me, I started spirituality at such a young age, which means I must have done many, 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 many lifetimes, whereby in this lifetime it came to me so fast at an early age. There are people younger than me also who are completely inclined towards all this. So they are old souls who have got this gyan for many, many lifetimes. And you know who's a new soul. New soul is basically into their survival things. They're all about survival. अगर आज मैंने खाना नहीं खाया तो मैं काम नहीं किया तो मुझे खाना नहीं मिलेगा. They're into that survival mode. How do I survive over here? They will not even think of God. उनके लिए प्लीज छोड़ो यार तुम्हारा, पहले मेरे को कल खाना क्या है देखना पड़ेगा, forget it, God वॉड बाद में आता है. Then they have, God is far away from them, divine is far away from them. It is just their basic today's survival. So that's what the new souls are all about. And I mean, now I mean, when I meet new souls, I know this person is a new soul. And when I meet an old soul, I know this person is an old soul.
Smita, from knowingness of old souls or new souls, you said that we old souls are more in connect with divinity, and the new souls are more into survival mode. However, the ones who are unaware, the ones who are old souls and yet unaware, they are the ones who non-believers who do not believe in themselves, let alone divinity.
No, old souls at some point in time, they have to meet the right people. But divine is made such that if you are an old soul, the divine connects those dots, and at some stage in your life, you get into this. Even if it's a little late, you still will get into this.
Is there a time frame defined to connect with the soul tribe, or to get in touch with the people that you destined to get in touch with? Because there have been places like, there's Neela Gohil or Neela and me, we've been at the same events, same cities, same spots, and yet not met. And there were like thousands of chances for us to meet, and we met when it happened for us to meet. It was time for us to meet, and things were to move.
So do you think they may be there in your space wherever, but sometimes it is not even necessary to meet two people physically.
Okay.
Energetically, those people are connected at somewhere or the other.
But how does that help? Connecting energetically and knowingness of being connected, it's more delusional than reality.
No, not at all. You can connect to any person. Like I can connect to the souls who have passed away, like auto writing. You know that.
Of course, you do that. You do auto writing, and
I've done animal communication. You connect to the animal soul. So I connect to the energy of the soul. The animal is not in front of me, but I can connect to that energy of the soul. So you can connect wherever your mind goes, your energy goes.
Correct.
Right? How we do distant healing, Kanchi?
No.
We do distant healing, right? It's the
right.
same principle. So you don't have to have the person in front of you. There is still a connect. That's the principle.
We're not crazy and delusional about it, right?
No, certainly not. Certainly not.
And here we have Zuveria, who says, Kanchan Todi, our love is unconditional. Truly Himesh Reshamya unconditional love. I love you so much, Zuveria. And she says, Smita Jaikar, too good. Yes, all depends on our mindset. Kanchan Todi, let's come out with this menopause thing. So yes, Zuveria, we'll surely talk about menopause very soon on Chai Shai as well as in Mystique magazine. And from there, Smita, we move on to my last question to you. You somebody who does so much of healing work, so much of energy work. You are not just the country's finest chakra healer, you like perhaps one of the finest. अच्छा ठीक है नहीं बोलती. You do auto writing, you into a spiritual diet, which is cleansing of your soul and mind body equally. And 32 years into spirituality, how easy was surrender? How easy was faith? Because मेरा तो बहुत डामाडोल होता है. आज इस मोमेंट में मुझे लगता है that I know that everything's gonna be all right. I know that divine's holding my hand. I know that I'm walking the right path. And the next moment I feel no. This is not right. This is absolutely not right. My heart is tearing into pieces and my soul is bleeding. Tears I can't tell you about. Of course, I've told you about. And how do you remain in faith? How do you remain in faith?
Faith and surrender does not come so easily, which I agree. It took me also a very long time, and I still will say I'm not 100% faith and surrender, 100%. वो नहीं होता. That's again a state. It's a sthiti. Okay, but most of the time I do get the surrender. I for that little time it happens. You know, I'm fighting why, but then as I said, I zoom out of it very fast. I have tremendous faith in the divine. There is unflinching faith in the divine. So when there is faith, there is surrender. Like I remember during Prabhuji, when Prabhuji was my guru in my earlier days, the first beginning.
Yeah.
So Prabhuji, to test me once, he had done this. We were sitting in that room, and you know, Gujaratis, they have that lobhan jalate hai na?
Yeah.
उनका वो जो help था, he came with that thing and that lobhan jalana ye wo sara. So he called him close to us and he said, "Come here." And he told me, "Smita, take that burning coal and put it on your hand." So I took that burning coal and was about to drop it. He pushed my hand away. So I said, "What happened?" He said, "You were going to put it in your hand." I said, "Yes, I was going to put it." Then that is your problem. अगर मेरा हाथ जलता है, उसको क्योर कैसे करने का, उसका क्या करने का, is your problem, not mine. You told me, I will do it. So I have been tested also many times about my surrender कितना है. बोलती बहुत हूँ, but surrender कितना है. तब से लेके आज तक, it has only increased, that faith and surrender. If you have faith and surrender are भाई बहन है एक दूसरे के. If there is faith, there is surrender. Then again, that is a Vishuddhi Chakra thing. Vishuddhi Chakra stands for acceptance and surrender. So again, coming back to the chakra meditation, it helps you so much in all these kind of things. You may not be able to surrender right there, but when you think of it, you say, "Okay, Baba, karo. Whatever you want to do, you do. I'm agreeable." So when I do the healing also, again, I am just a conduit, a postman. I tell Dada, this person has come for healing. I will do whatever I have to do. उसका क्योर होना है, उसके सोल को हील होना है, आगे उसका क्या परिणाम होगा is not in my hands. And I accept that. Some people say, "Oh, nothing happened to me. Things didn't work with me." अंदर से बोलती हूँ, जो तुम करोगे वो सही ही करोगे. If it is not meant, it is not meant. You handle this case. So when you get out of the healing process is much better. If you start feeling, "I have healed you because of me," you're
we just mediums, and we blessed with Maitri Light was the first
healing
experience for me, where I experienced being a medium. Yeah. That, you know, divine is channeling some energies through me to heal someone. And Maitri Light, guys, for all the viewers who are listening to us, is a spiritual healing and prayer process which has been designed by our Maitreya, our guide guru Maitreya Dada Shri Ji, and it helps people heal through whatever you're going through, right from COVID to cancer to the smallest aches and pains, emotional, mental, physical. And it's been a process which where we've experienced people reverse their diseases. We've experienced people come back into joy and manifest whatever they've desired in life, whatever's been for their best good and will. And it is a completely free seva process which we as Maitri Bodh family, as the Parivar, are offering for humanity across the world. So if any of you need any kind of seva, any kind of issue, challenge that you're facing, you need to overcome it, do connect with us at maitribodhparivar.org. From there, Smita, really don't know how to end this conversation. With you, I'm always so much in love with you that I forget what I want to say.
Okay,
so could you end today's session for Chai Shai?
I end the session. I would say really thank you so much. And look at the comments that we have got over here and the praises we've got, Kanchi. And people are so much agreeing to what we have been saying. And you've been a very good moderator. I must say the questions you asked were very good. Not those typical ones which I have been saying on all platforms. And I'm so tired of saying this over again. So this was nice fun and joy and a little bit of laughter and a little bit of fun. And yet there was some meaning to what we spoke. It was not flippant. So thanks to you for inviting me on Chai Shai, etc. And guys, do remain connected. Anytime you want our help, Kanchi and me, we are always there for you. We are on all social platforms. I've got a website also, which you can go to, smitajaikar.com. So we can always be, and I would love to be of some seva if I can do for humanity. That is something which is close to my heart. So thank you, Kanchi, for
thank you.
And this is the beginning of the year, your first program. All my good wishes that the whole Chai Shai program will go on another level.
Thank you.
Okay. So great job, Kanchi. So we take your leave.
Thank you so much. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Have a wonderful time. And do remember to take good care of yourself. Love yourself. Good night, Dada Sharnam.
Dada Sharnam.